In North America, there are two birds that look virtually identical and are hard to tell apart for even the most experienced birders. I'm talking about the glossy and white-faced ibises. In this video, I'll help you break down their differences. Let's dive in. So on the left, of course, we have the glossy ibis, and on the right, we have the white-faced ibis. Let's start with the glossy ibis in breeding plumage. First and foremost, adults have a dark face with a pale white border. Their bills are a little bit more brownish. Now, the white-faced ibis in breeding plumage has a pink face, which is surrounded by that white border. They also have a more grayish bill. The white-faced ibis legs are also a little bit more light and more red than the glossy ibis. Now, these two differences aren't terribly difficult to tell apart, but non-breeding adults and juvenile birds are where things get really, really hard. And then also, if these birds are at a far distance, it's kind of hard to see if it has a lighter pink face or a dark face surrounded by white as well. So the non-breeding glossy ibis have a dark iris, and they also have more bluish sheen, like a bluish-green sheen to their feathers, which is on their backs and their wings. The non-breeding white-faced ibis have a red iris and a much paler neck. Their plumage on their wings and back is also a more bright, uniform green. Now, this is still really difficult to tell apart in the field, so your best bet at finding maybe the oddball ibis is during the breeding season. Juveniles are near impossible to tell apart. In fact, some people, like Sibley, say that they're virtually identical. So pay attention to what range you are in, and most likely it's just defaults to the most common species in your area. So what context are you going to be able to find the rarer ibis in your area? Well, during breeding season, which is roughly March through August, you want to look for dark faces surrounded by pale lines amongst the flocks of white-faced ibis, and then the opposite for the other one. You want to look for red faces bordered by white lines in flocks of glossy ibis. They have a very similar call to one another, and in fact, again, some people say their calls are identical. So that's not going to help you very much out in the field, unfortunately, and help you distinguish these two species. The glossy ibis are considered more of a coastal bird, and they're typically found most commonly through South Texas on the coast all the way up to southern Maine. On rarer occasions, the glossy ibis will travel further inland, but they typically stay east of the Rockies in that case. The white-faced ibis are more common and found inland. They can be found from California all the way down to Louisiana, more in just the inland area all the way throughout, as well as the coastal areas, and also from southern Canada, just right on the border down through Mexico. There is a little bit of crossover on their ranges in Texas, specifically southeast Texas. Remember that both of these species vagrate quite frequently, and several show up in my home state of Utah every single year, so they aren't fully limited to these areas, but this is where you're most commonly going to find them. This will help you figure out which species you're looking at, or at least narrow it down a little bit. Glossy ibis like to forage near the coast in shallow, muddy pools of brackish water or even fresh water. They aren't a purely coastal bird. You can find them on the coast, but they don't always like to hang out right on the beach. In fact, most of the time they're going to be one layer of water back from that direct coast line. White-faced ibis also like foraging in the mud or shallow water, but they'll also forage in grassy marshes, meadows, and agricultural fields. It's extremely important to note that both species are really friendly with one another. When they run into each other, a lot of times glossy ibises will just jump in with the white-faced ibises and vice versa. And so this is where you start to see some of these more mixed flocks. In fact, the birds also hybridize with one another, making our job extremely difficult to figure out. If you do see an ibis during breeding season that looks a bit off, pay attention to the face color. That's the most important indicator. What color is the face? Is it dark or pink? And is it surrounded by that white border? That will tell you if it's an adult. Remember that the juveniles are near impossible to differentiate from one another. So now I think it's time for a quiz. So let's dive into a quiz on the glossy and white-faced ibises and see how you guys do. All right, let me know in the comments below, how did you do on that quiz? How many did you get out of 5 correct? Let me know. You now have the foundational knowledge to differentiate these two bird species. Let me know what tips you use down in the comments below that maybe I didn't mention, so you can help out your fellow birders. Also, make sure you check out Bright-Eyed Birding. It might look a little cluttered behind me over here. That's because I'm heading to California, so we have a lot of our bags packed, a lot of things, food and stuff packed up back there. Also, if you'd like to support my channel, check out my membership program. You get access to behind-the-scenes content, early access to videos when I get them out early. And if you join over on Fourth Wall, link will be in the description below, you get access to both memberships at once. But if you only care about one channel, you can join right here on YouTube. As always, thank you so much for joining me. I hope to see you all next time on Bright-Eyed Birding Learn.